Surah 54, Al-Qamar, by the one who's denoted by the name Allah, who created my being with his names in accord with the meaning of the letter B, the Rahman, the Rahim. The hour has neared, and the moon, Qamar, has split asunder. Yet, when they see a miracle, they turn away and say, ordinary magic. They deny and follow their own baseless desires, all that is pleasing to their egos. But every matter will be settled. Indeed, there has come to them news in which there is deterrence, wisdom, erudite knowledge, with an accurate explanation of the purpose. Yet warning does not help the intellectually incapacitated. So turn away from them at that time when the caller calls to the terrifying event. Their eyes will be cast down in terror. They will emerge from their graves, cocoons, as if they are locusts spreading about. Those who deny the knowledge of the reality will run to the caller, saying, "This is an intense day." Before them, the people of Noah had also denied. They denied our servant and said, "He is possessed," and prevented him from his mission. So he, Noah, prayed to his Rabb, "Indeed I am overpowered. Help me." And we opened the gates of heaven with pouring rain, and caused the earth to burst with springs, and the waters met for a purpose which had been decreed. We carried him, Noah, on the ark, made of planks and nails. The ark sailed under our supervision to requite the one who had been shown ingratitude, Noah. Indeed, we left it, the ark, behind as a sign for the people. Is there not anyone who thinks, look at how my suffering and warning was fulfilled? Indeed, we have eased Al-Quran, that the reality may be remembered and contemplated. Is there not anyone who thinks? Ad also denied. And how was my suffering and warning fulfilled? Indeed, we sent upon them a hurricane of continuous destruction on an unfortunate day, extracting the people as if they were uprooted trunks of palm trees, and my suffering and warnings were fulfilled. It's not God that suffers, it's that God decides who gets hardship. Indeed, we have simplified Al-Quran, that the reality may be remembered and contemplated. Is there not anyone who thinks? And Thamud also denied. They said, are we to follow a man like us? Indeed, we would then be astray from our faith and in foolishness. Has dhikr, the reminder of the knowledge of the reality, been sent to him from among all of us? Rather, he is an insolent liar. They will know who the insolent liar is soon. Indeed, we disclose to them a she-camel as an object of trial, so observe them and be patient, and give them the news that the water has been shared between them. Each group is to take their share in turn. They called out to their friends, they took their share, and then savagely hamstrung her. And how was my suffering and warning fulfilled? Indeed, we disclosed upon them the single blast, an intense, vibrant sound, and they became like crumbs and debris, which they give to their cattle. Indeed, we have eased Al-Quran, that the reality may be remembered and contemplated. So is there not anyone who thinks? The people of Lot also denied the warner. Indeed, we sent upon them a storm of stones, except for the family of Lot. We saved them at dawn. As a favor from us, thus we requite the grateful. Indeed, he, Lot, warned them of our intense seizure, but they doubted the warners. Indeed, they wanted to take advantage, lustfully, of his, Lot's, guests, so we blinded their vision, saying, taste my suffering and warnings now. And indeed, the deserved suffering was effectuated upon them in the morning. So, taste my suffering and my warnings now. Indeed, we have simplified Al-Quran, that the reality may be remembered and contemplated. So is there not anyone who thinks? Indeed, warners came also to the family of Pharaoh, but they denied all of our signs. So we seized them with unchallengeable might. Are your deniers of the knowledge of the reality better than these? Have you been given news of immunity in the scriptures, the revealed knowledge of wisdom? Or do they say, we are a community supporting each other? Soon that community will be defeated, and they will turn their backs and flee. No, the hour of death is when they will meet the suffering. That hour is more intense and more painful than being defeated in war. Indeed, the guilty are in error and foolishness. They will be dragged into the fire on their faces that day, and it will be said, taste the burning of Saqar, hell. Indeed, we have created everything with its program, qadr, fate. Our command, the order, and the execution is one. Like a glance of the eye, everything transpires in a single instance in the sight of Allah. Indeed, we destroyed many of your kinds. So, is there not anyone who will ponder on this? The knowledge of everything they do is recorded in the Zabur, books of wisdom, small or big. Everything is described in detail. Indeed, the protected ones are in paradises and on the banks of rivers, living the reality through the forces of the Malik, the Muqtadir, the sovereign, the determiner. And it's related to the Qadr, God over fate idea. And so the moons, suns, and stars were on flags of the people who fought Prophet Muhammad. The early Islamic flags were plain flags. You had green, the peace, the wholeness. The black flags, the struggle, striving. You had the white flags, the vibrancy, self-mastery, succession. And later there were the red flags, the witnessing, the martyrdom, both living and otherwise, or the willingness to be martyred. And so the Quraysh were divided. There's a reference to the physical moon, sure, but the Quraysh were divided and then reunited. And so we have verse 17, verse 22, verse 32, and verse 40, dividing this into 5 sections. And those are interesting numbers for this to fall upon. 17, for example, is the required numbers of bows during the 5 prayers of the day. 32 would be the recommended, and 3 bows of voluntary prayer. After the dusk prayer would equal 32 rakat. 40 is, particular age from development